Hello and welcome to the screening room. Hi, it's been quite some time. I do apologize, but I've been pretty busy lately, but I'm back. Yay! And this time, what a way to kick off another season of the screening room. And this time, I'm going to be reviewing Top Gun Maverick.
Let me be perfectly blunt. You are not my first choice. You are here at the request of Admiral Kazansky, AKA Iceman. He seems to think that you have something left to offer the Navy. What that is, I can't imagine.
With all due respect, sir, I'm not a teacher. Just want to manage expectations.
Starring Tom Cruise, the last action hero of Hollywood. You know, it's been 36 years since the last Top Gun film, and if I must say that this particular film has been the most Tom Cruise being Tom Cruise film of all time. What? Here in this film, he does what he does the best. Being all charming, all smile, showing his pearly whites, doing lots of action stunts, everything practical. Even the flying is real with real aircraft, and he's really inside. This film did not disappoint. So the film kicks off with Maverick, 36 years later of the last film. He is still a captain. We see that he's still rebellious. The film starts with him actually testing an experimental plane going up to Mach 10, like 10 times the speed of sound, but then he still pushed the limit and he crashes. So his commanding officer, played wonderfully by Ed Harris, once like really put him down, but he gets called to go back to Top Gun as an instructor, and he's not there to fly, but he's there to teach a group of fighter pilots, the best of the best, for a very important secret mission whereby they have to go and destroy a uranium base in an enemy territory, which is extremely very difficult to achieve. So the film is just like almost like original. Now this time Tom Cruise is the instructor instead of Kelly McGillis from the first movie, and he teaches this group of fighter pilots, and they have to take on this particular mission. But the only problem is that there is this pilot called Rooster.
I'm not gonna make the same mistake.
Who is the son of Goose. Now, if you remember Goose from the original film, Goose died, and now Maverick feels guilty that he doesn't want his son, Goose's son, to also die. So there's a subplot of him protecting Rooster, so much so that Rooster now hates him forever. So not to actually alienate the fans of the original Top Gun, everything almost follows the same beat, including the famous or infamous volleyball scene from the first film. Now is just touchdown football. So it's wonderfully shot. The pacing, the editing, everything is just immaculately very, very tight. What is wonderful is the actual footage on the real aircraft carrier, Tom Cruise entering the plane itself, and it's taking off, and they are really flying in the aircraft. Of course, if you watch any behind the scenes, we know that he wasn't allowed to touch the plane. He had to be behind, but certain cameras were specifically designed just for that sort of filming, and all the actors and actresses will have to go through that intense training to be inside the plane. And that kind of dedication and not putting it on green screen, I have to really give it up for Tom Cruise. He is really the true last action hero. And to top the film out more than what it's supposed to be, we have a wonderful cameo by Iceman, the one and only Val Kilmer. So Val Kilmer plays a cameo as Iceman. Now he's Admiral Kazansky, and it is true, and we learn it's through him that Maverick has survived quite a lot of discipline issues in the army, and this time we see him cameo for the last time, and two of them reunite on screen together as their characters. And there's a touching moment whereby Maverick confesses that he is not ready to let go of Goose and to let go of Goose's son, Rooster. He doesn't know how. This film is particularly very strong with the Force. What I mean is that it pays homage quite a lot to Star Wars. Those who have watched the original Star Wars, it has almost the same beat. You have a bunch of fighter pilots that have to go through a trench, which is the same as the X-Wing fighter going to the Death Star trench. They have to hit a target which is very, very small, which is the same thing as the exhaust pipe. And then the mantra of just don't think, just do is the homage to the Force in Star Wars. So quite a lot of things is quite close to Star Wars. And you know what, if you don't really think about it, it really works. The editing, the pacing, the tension, the action sequences, everything was immaculately executed. I was really literally at the edge of my seat when I was watching this film, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It is worth every single penny, and it's worth even more if you see it on IMAX, because several scenes were shot on IMAX, and this film really said what it's supposed to do. It gives you top-rate entertainment, top-rate acting, top-rate cinematography, top-rate sound design, top-rate editing, and the story was extremely well crafted, and deservingly so. It reached $1 billion in sales. Now, nobody really asked for this sequel, even though a lot of fans did ask along the years, but we don't really need it. But I must admit, we really need these films now. Films that really hone the craft of filmmaking and not really spread social justice warrior message like some films I know. Okay, so this film is what Hollywood is missing. This type of film is what Hollywood needs now, and Tom Cruise is truly the last action hero. We need more of Tom Cruise actors like this, true to his craft, authentic to the core, minus this crazy Scientology situation. I don't care about that. What I care is what I pay for when I sit in that room and what I watch. And when I leave the theater, I feel inspired. I do not want to be preached at, and that's exactly what Top Gun gave to me. Okay, truly Tom Cruise is the last megastar of Hollywood, and I'm still waiting for the next one. So, all that said and done, and plus the wonderful Jennifer Connelly, gorgeous to a T, being the love interest, this film deserves an absolute A+++. Go and watch it now before it's too late. Thank you very much for joining me with this review of Top Gun Maverick. Please click like and subscribe, and click the notification buttons for any news of this channel. And if you like what you've seen so far, come back and look at any of the reviews. The room is always open. Bye bye now.